And then it's like 2 years later, I'm in a classroom and it comes up, and I'm like, oh my God, Charlotte's brilliant! I can't believe it. You know.
I still see somebody and say, oh my God, that's what Jan meant. Oh yeah, that's what Ann meant. Years and years.
So
Jimmyle
you know,
had her hand up, and so did Janis.
Well, you see, we could put the whole sign in the sign if you wanted to do that.
Jimmyle?
Yes, thank you, Eileen. Yeah, and we do know the language, and we do have the choices, or else Tina wouldn't be able to have this concept in her conceptual map that she can decide if she's going to do turn or rotation, and this is how it develops. But you're trying to write something that we can go to as a reference.
No, because conceptually when I teach, it's more than that. Something I need, we have a different, when I teach, and it has something to do with teaching style. When I teach, and I'm talking about teaching 5-year-olds.
Yeah, but it's going to continue changing anyway.
Well, again, what are the criteria we're going to use for establishing?
Computer analogy for this is the difference
Janis
between bipolar.
Say that again.
I'm sorry, but just to clarify this point, I feel like it feels like there's got to be some kind of technological or computer analogy for this. That whether we're working with something that's a dyadic relationship or a triadic relationship, it's pretty fundamental to how we look at this.
I would also add my analogy for this. I prefer Charlotte's concept as the base, while I think I came out of Ann's. But the more I've worked in the LMA field, in a broader sense outside of dance teaching or creative dance for kids, but particularly now where I've worked with autistic kids and physically handicapped kids and physically handicapped adults, they cannot move their whole body in some cases. And if I would like to see, my analogy is that homes are moving towards universal design instead of standards of 36-inch doorways and tubs that you have to step into. So, I mean, rather than assume that everyone can get into a regular tub, let's all make the shower accessible. So, so for me, saying, oh well, when I write that generic symbol, it means whole body. I want to make the system accessible to the 2 children that are mainstreamed in the classroom that are in wheelchairs, be able to stick their tongue out and fulfill it. So I would vote to go as our standard towards the concept of Charlotte, because I think that it's more applicable to where we want to go with this system, and not just within a smaller
criteria,
context.
what is applicable.
You know, and it doesn't create a kind of you know, well, gee, I can't move my whole body forward, and so now I'm sitting back here in the back row, you know, only being able to move my arms. And
so you do the forward the best way you can.
Exactly, but to come at it with the value that you want to do it with your whole body is like, it would just, you know, it just hits me as a teacher the wrong way to approach the classroom. So I'd love to have the system come from the universal design rather than the standards in another way. Even though I came out of years of teaching.
The whole body can be this. My whole body is involved in a forward horizontal.
Except that I just came yesterday from working with a guy who's paralyzed from here down, and all he could do is this. He couldn't do this. He can't move his torso forward. You know, I mean, he can only go like this. So, you know, I mean, it's okay. So I want, you know.
But on the other hand, he is not there using the notation. He is not going to be teaching movement and dance and so forth. So he doesn't have that.
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway.
Well, he could be in a situation.
He could be in the class.
Child, he could be in the class. And you don't want the child to feel that they're not doing it right. You want them to feel that whatever they do is right.
Exactly.
What I put on the board here is basic symbol, and then in the other column, understood to be whole body, gesture, or choice. And then over here, I've got off the paper. I forgot where we were last. Here, body part making a path, going or going on a path, and we had these choices of symbols with the pre sign or with the hold sign. And then for this symbol with the hold sign on it, the going with the hold sign, we were pretty much in agreement that it was the body part going. Yep.
What?
The one with the hold sign.
Right.
Okay, on the board.
Okay, so we need to save some time now. I don't think we can go on to another concept because we need to take some time to talk about where we're going next and what we're going to do now that we've spent the day here together. How we're going to follow up, what we might want the objectives of the next meeting to be, when we might want it to be, consideration of what topics.
Well, we got through 6.
Yep.
We have to
And
go back to all of
reflections
them.
on this meeting and how you felt it worked and what we might want to change or what we might want to do the same for the next one. But let's start with follow-up. What we're going to do with this material now that